What's going on, gems? My name is Sputnik, and today we're going to watch some more Steven Universe. This time we're watching Season 2, episodes 19 and 20. That's right, you didn't hear that wrong, guys. We're watching only 2 this time, because I wanted to watch the back end of the season, you know, the last 6 episodes in 3 episode groups, instead of, you know, just having a weird 2 episode video at the end of the season. But yeah, last time was a big episode for mother-daughter relationships. We got to see that Miss Maheshwaran is gonna give Connie a little bit more space to be herself truly. And the same kind of happened for Sadie, though they tried to kind of push her to be the headliner of the big Beachapalooza. In the end, you know, Steven took over and slayed that thing, so Mr. Universe who? And then we ended it with catch and release, and no, it was not a fishing episode. They finally have caught Peridot, alright? Our search for the Dorito head has finally come to an end. And, turns out she's a lot cuter than I thought she was. I don't know, her kind of naggy voice made me think she was going to be more just like evil and conniving, but now she just seems like a sad, scared little kid, low-key, or just, you know, she gives that vibe. But yeah, we kind of got left on a cliffhanger because she's currently locked in the bathroom of the Universe's home, or the Gem's home. I'd call them the Universe's. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes from here, and if we finally get to learn about what this mysterious cluster she's talking about is, and you know, we'll see where that goes. If you guys have been enjoying my journey through the Steven Universe, I'd really appreciate it if you guys went ahead and subscribed and, you know, liked the video, of course. Any engagement helps a lot. The Sputnik Spyglass Patreon is also officially up, so if you guys are feeling so inclined, we'd greatly appreciate if you wanted to go and contribute there. If you do, you get access to some exclusive content, you know, our uncut reactions, some interesting polls, and, you know, we might even be starting a special Patreon exclusive reaction to a show of you guys' choice. So yeah, a lot of big stuff happening there. But now, happening right here, is the next episode. This episode is called When It Rains. Oh my god. Y'all, I just noticed that the statue is holding the house. That is so cute.
No, I hate you. I'm not telling you anything about the cluster.
Oh, now you just not even gonna help us. Alright, thank you.
Granola.
I'm sure it's not granola. Now, Peridot, I'm sure we can reach.
I feel like Peridot is definitely the type that doesn't need it all.
Trade is in order.
Oh, sure. Why don't you just give me back my leg enhancements and my arm attachments with my screen and my log and all my information? Oh, wait. You destroyed
Nah.
it. So no, I don't think we can reach some sort of agreement.
I mean, if they could be destroyed just by getting dropped in some water, were they really ever worth having?
Turn around now.
Oh my god. He really peed in there with her.
Your interrogation.
Don't worry about it, Steven.
I swear.
Steven, you're crossing the line, bro. Pick a side.
I'll never crack for the likes of you, you crystal claw.
Alright, spend the rest of your life in a bathroom then.
Claude's right here, you little.
Hold on, pal. If she's not going to be of any
Claude.
let's investigate this.
I've never heard that used as an insult.
Sorry, Steven. We're going to need you to stay here and keep an eye on our
Where are they going?
guest.
Really?
Yeah,
Why are we trusting
she
Steven?
isn't trying.
I mean, I guess.
Don't worry, she's harmless without her limb enhancers.
He already let her go. Like,
Oh, ha, shop.
Oh, Steven, there's one more thing I
Damn.
have to mention.
What is it?
I love you. Bye.
See you later.
don't make me cry. Save Steven? Shucks.
They left.
I love you too, Garnet.
You can come out
Hug me,
now.
please. I wish you were real.
I like it in here.
Okay.
Okay. He's making beans? Steven the Bean Man?
That's why you dead built like a baked bean.
A baked bean. Baked bean that.
Wow, it's really coming down.
Storming. Cats and dogs and whatnot.
It's happening.
What?
The cluster.
Really?
What is the cluster? Are they going through like a cluster of meteors or stars or some stars? A cluster of asteroids.
Oh, that's just thunder. It happens when it rains.
How the fuck are you studying planets you don't know what thunder is?
I don't know anything without my.
Oh, he said that episode title, by the way.
It's okay. Here, pretend this soup is the ocean.
Oh, so she's an iPad kid. Now she's making a lot more sense.
So scalding liquid pours down from the sky.
Beautiful
No,
demonstration,
it's
Steven.
just water. It can't hurt.
Steven will make a good teacher.
Here, why don't I just show you?
Yeah. Don't be afraid of the world. Yeah, she's probably been losing her mind being out there stuck on Earth for the past who knows how long of this season.
Look, I'm okay. It's just water. This is
Yeah, that big statue is so dope. How did I never notice that though before that? It's literally holding the house. It's so cool. Muddy boy. Don't be scared. I love how it looks like she's wearing a little like gymnastics suit or whatever. Not y'all humanizing or geminizing Peridot. God.
Yeah, you did.
Damn, she gonna fall in love with Earth soon enough.
Isn't it cool?
And then she'll want to protect us, and then she'll tell us what the cluster is.
That was fun.
She's like,
It was
So now I'm feeling emotions.
Steven.
Grumble, grumble.
Thank you.
What for?
Whoa.
You're a much more intelligent creature than I initially thought.
So she's gonna try to make a side deal with him.
I decided to share some information with you.
I know you
Okay.
used my toothbrush.
For what though?
You have
To
to
polish
tell the
her
Gems.
gem
They
teeth?
need to know this.
No, I don't want to talk to them.
Steven,
The only
just let
thing I
her
needed
tell
I
you,
can show
and you
now,
tell it to
but
the
I have
gems.
nothing. My arm
Silly.
attachment, it's all gone.
Oh my god.
All of my logs
Her
are
eyes look like
existing, but they
freaking
still exist.
eggs, sunny side up.
We can go to the kindergarten.
Oh, yes!
But
A catch.
I would think she's tricking him, but she seems a little
you're gonna
slower.
have to hold my hand the whole time.
Aww.
Well, here we are.
Okay, great. Let's
I love how much huger his hands are than hers. Also, yeah, I like that she's like a much she's much shorter without the
Worse. Every
hand
time I
attachment. So that she doesn't need them?
It's been so poorly managed. It must have been in way better shape when you first emerged.
emerged?
Yeah,
She doesn't know he's part human?
that's right. You must have been made here.
I came from my mom and dad.
Are those some kind of rocks? Or another planet?
Nope. My dad's from Earth, but my mom's a gem.
You're some sort of hybrid? How's that
How did you not know that?
The answer to that is a story I like to call
So Jasper
The
knows.
Ballad of Rose and
Or does Jasper
Gray.
even know?
I don't care. Let's just hurry.
She said,
Sure
hold
you
it.
say
Straight
there were
stick
a
into
bunch of fusion
business.
Monsters.
Yes, I was checking their progress.
What's the deal with those things?
When it became clear that the Earth was no longer a viable colony, Homeworld decided to use it for something else. A series of
A
experiments.
viable colony.
A gem geo-weapon.
Whoa! Whoa!
A gem geo-weapon.
What the hell?
You help?
Negative. I wasn't.
So they were trying to colonize us, and now they're using
But I read
Earth
A few hundred years of reports.
This is
Okay.
where you need to be, right?
on your little iPad
I'm
kid
going to have
gauntlet.
to remove this panel and do a bit of work to restore power to this room.
So they were trying to make
My hand back now.
like fucked up hybrid.
Stay where I can see you.
I mean, we already knew about the zombie gems, but like I thought that was a side project, not like their whole desire for Earth. And a geo weapon. So it is a Death Star. I was right.
Show you anything? Let's go back.
You're not strong, girl.
Mind if I try?
All right, you give up even quicker than I do. Damn, girl.
Whoa.
There you go.
Yeah, you gotta try a little bit harder.
Alright. With
I guess we'll do what we came here to do.
What's up, Dot?
Too short.
Can't quite reach the.
It's okay to
Aw.
ask for help, you know.
I had it.
Aww. I love how friendly Steven is, man.
Attempts at artificial fusion.
That's a lot of gem shards.
Growing them here at this
So
point.
they are trying to make like a
These are
big,
just
big
prototypes
boy.
for the final product. A
Girl.
singular artificial fusion, comprised of millions of gem shards.
Whoa! A cluster, okay. Sorry if I fucked with the mic.
There's a giant mutant gem the size of the Earth under us right now.
I was right!
When it forms, it'll be
Okay.
much bigger than the Earth.
Whoa, but I was right with my theory. I should be a writer, guys. Whenever I think of what big next stakes we should deal with, it's always gonna be big gem. that's what's going on in my head, guys.
Incubating in the Earth's core.
Somewhat.
But when it emerges and takes its physical form, it will destroy the planet.
Oh my god.
Already emerging. The cluster is next.
This is like Eternals, I told you.
We've got to stop the cluster.
Pause. Oh my god. Oh my god. My big old brain, y'all. Okay. I wouldn't comment more, but I was pretty much spot on, you know. And I didn't get the theory right that the gem experimentation was making the big gem or whatever, but and also maybe the hands and stuff being gauntlets for, or like the ships being you know, arm extenders for the gem. Maybe not, isn't the case, but still, this is awesome that they're using Earth to make a super weapon gem. Why would they only try this on one planet? There's literally billions, trillions, infinite fucking planets in the universe. Like, probably not infinite. Who? Let me know if you know that. Either way, it's interesting to me. Maybe there will be more of these, but wow. I told y'all, if you want to raise the stakes, make it bigger. One slightly large gem, malachite, big danger. One super fusion gem that's bigger than a planet. Now that's a story.
But now we have a chance.
All right.
What is it?
What is it?
It's you, Steven.
What?
Now that you're filled in, we can get to work.
What?
How am I supposed to help?
Yeah.
Well, you have all the information we need about Earth and its erratic behavior. Put that together with my expansive knowledge of the cluster, and we just might be able to stop it.
No,
Okay.
Peridot, I don't. Just because I know how clouds work doesn't mean I know how to stop a giant mutant in the center of the Earth.
But why does Peridot want to stop the cluster? Why is she like on our side, or why is she against it? I guess because they're dangerous.
I used to be really scared of thunderstorms, just like you. Then Dad
He was just using his emotion to try to pacify you, to make you not scared.
Scared of rain anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you have other knowledge about how this planet works.
Sure, but none of it's gonna help us. If we want to stop this cluster
It's
thing,
practical
we'll
knowledge.
need help from the crystal gem.
Yeah.
I said
You gotta bring more people into the group. More minds help solve a problem.
Yipe! What was that?
Yipe.
Oh no, gem mutant.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're even more mutated. They have eyes now.
I am doing
Visible
something.
eyes.
Let's run.
Over here!
No, the other way. No,
Useful to you or useful to me?
let's run into this corner.
Yeah.
No, we're cornered.
Yeah! That's it! We are finished!
What is your special power, Peridot?
Come on, Steven.
There we go. Let's go, Sonic. She is, oh my goodness. Let's go, Gems. Alright, can y'all have a talk with Steven about doing stuff without your consent? But
We
also,
need the help of the crystal gems.
yeah, this did help them prove that they are useful team members.
Besides, Steven.
Peridot, what?
So she's the shortest of all of them? That's adorable.
Steven, I thought I told you to keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
I know, but
He did what he was told. All right. Listen up, you clod.
Let's be nice. Crystal Gems, that's right.
My mind. I have something to tell you about the cluster.
Oh man, we are moving so quickly through this plot now. I thought, actually, I don't know how long I thought it would take for her to kind of tell them the truth, but it is honestly subscribing to me. Don't forget to subscribe. It is honestly surprising to me how quickly she is just jumping over to the gem side, and also why she's so against the cluster. To me she seemed like almost like just like a complete fanatic for the gem homeworld, or at least just. But now that I think about the dynamics of how Jasper was acting with her at the finale of the last season, I'm starting to see more like she was like an underling. You know, maybe how I thought of her initially is really clouding what I thought of her. But yeah, I was trying to see her dynamic and how she's fitting with the other new gems we have. All right, so she's the egghead. She's like the kind of she's like Pearl, but more extra or whatever. She's like spicy Pearl. She's like Pearl is all refined and all the stuff like that, and she is like the more iPad kid, raspy, kind of more extremely just socially inept. You know, they already all are socially inept, but she's more extremely socially inept than the other gems. Except Garnet isn't really socially. No, she is too. But she's just like very not understanding of Earth and stuff like that. Seeing that she basically has all her information of Earth through studying it through logs and other information shows how, you know, powerful Steven's understanding of Earth from being, you know, around human, from learning from their space. Like, it's almost like he's like the gem avatar. Like, he's like the ambassador that's supposed to learn both worlds between the two, you know, or like how Aang is supposed to merge the spirit world and the human world. Steven is is gonna help bring peace between the gem world and the human world. Definitely, I'm seeing that as like his kind of drive. And now I want to know if that was kind of Rose's intention with being able to make Steven. I really just can't wait to learn how they went about coming to the decision to make Steven. But he's helped the world so much already, and yeah, oh my goodness, any other like show around this time or like main character, like even Finn or whatever, and just like Adventure Time, one of my favorite shows, like he can be extremely like self-centered in some ways, or just, I mean, he's still a very altruistic character, but Steven, more than any other show I've really seen, Cartoon Network show, or of a character, like even Aang, that's the next show, but even he was like kind of self-centered in some ways in his show, or you know, yeah, Steven really seems to be just a very emotionally empathetic character and really mature for his age, really, which I really love. Yeah, it's just so cute seeing him this episode, holding hands with Peridot and whatnot, and just trying to help her not be scared of the water, of the rain and stuff like that. Instead of just the logical ways of like, you know, that the gems are trying to beat the info out of her or just kind of threaten it out of her, Steven just leading with empathy and love and respect to Peridot, just like kind of what he did with Lapis, is showing his strength. And I love that in a main character. I love it in any character, but it's especially breath of fresh air when we see it from, you know, in a main character, yeah, in like a boy main character for like, you know, shows coming from this time, because yeah, you don't see that a ton. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we progress from here. It's weird that we're already halfway through the video. I've never done only 2 episodes per video, but this is exciting. We get more time to talk, so I'm glad I was able to really work through what happened in this episode. And it's also funny to me, yeah, that Peridot is the tiniest one of the group. I can already see her fitting in well with the others after, you know, I know it's good that they wrapped up that whole Pearl and Garnet's frustration thing now, because now we have a whole new person being mixed in with our group. Like, yeah, we all need to be a unified front to try to work and integrate Peridot to work as a team with us. So, yeah, we're getting things done. I'm trying to think. I don't really have any. Oh wait, guys, I love you. All right, next episode. This episode is called Back to the Barn, and this immediately makes me think of that Nickelodeon show with the cow back at the barnyard or whatever it was called. And also, I think they're gonna try to build something in Greg's barn.
This is the Earth.
It
At
is.
the very center of the planet's core lies the cluster. Rotate.
So they drilled even further down than what we saw at the kindergarten?
When this gem activates and takes its form, the result.
Wait, was there a name to it?
What is that?
So you're telling me the villain has been with us this whole time, right beneath our feet?
Activated any moment.
It's right beneath me, isn't it?
What a cluster.
What a
That abomination
clusterfuck,
must be
indeed.
stopped.
But how? We'll need to build some sort of machine to take us to the center of the Earth. It'll
And how do you kill it or deactivate it?
I wasn't finished speaking. What we
Make the biggest
need
bubble
is to
ever?
build some sort of machine. It'll need to withstand up to.
Yeah, she's stepping on Pearl's foot. Peridot.
We need to start finding parts for this machine immediately.
Yes, obviously.
Would that be their fusion name or their
What?
ship name?
This primitive radiation concentrator should come in handy.
All right, let's not destroy the whole house, Peridot.
There's a remote chance something useful could be inside this
Remote?
image cube.
Sam,
I
that's
have
his
a better idea
TV.
that doesn't involve destroying the house.
Classic Steven.
I would hope so.
All right. What we have here in the barn should be.
Oh, is it the Gems barn or Steven Stats? I can't remember. Ooh, space travel, gem drill division. Yes.
On what we have available. Sorry.
I forget what the OO stands for, but it just makes me think of Adventure Time.
Good. Yes, this is adequate. Thank you. You can go now.
What?
Yeah, Pearl's like, this is my thing, honey.
that will be all.
I love that we're saying that they're already having the most friction.
Excuse me, I am not leaving.
Yeah, she's got to stay and help build the drill thing, right?
No, you're confused. A Pearl can't build a thing like this.
Ooh, we're getting stereotypes?
Aren't for this.
Ooh.
They're for standing around and
Looking pretty.
nice
Sam!
and doing your stuff for you, right?
That's enough.
So she's like
if we're going to work
a
together, you're going to
racist
have to
gem?
listen to me.
Wow, Peridot.
You. Did you
Or it's like
teach
kind of like the
her
blonde stereotype too.
She's a made-to-order servant, just like the hundreds of other pearls being flaunted around back on Homeworld.
Oh shit!
Wait, there's
Made to
hundreds of
order?
pearls?
Well,
Yeah.
And she looks like a fancy one, too.
So there are more unique gems than others?
Who do you belong
Wow.
to anyway?
nobody.
Then what are you for?
Made to order?
Well, you can
Holy
belong to me
shit.
now.
Whoa!
Not with a pearl. What would they say?
Not with a pro. Whoa. Pause. This is breaking my mind, y'all. So much lore drops are happening so quick in this past group of episodes now. This is insane. So she said Pearl is made to order. She, assumed Pearl was literally just made to be pretty. Like, wow. That surprises me, but it also kind of gives me more respect or kind of love to Pearl for her being so. I thought she was, just trying to stick to the rules and all the stuff like that. That kind of really highlighted what her character was so far. But now it's becoming so clear to me that, I don't know, she is really her own person. Like, she is unique, in her own way. And with the made to order servant thing, the oldest one there is Rose. I doubt Garnet would make her to order, but with like her dedication with the whole and the sword fighting episode to Rose, would Rose really order I mean, if that, I don't know what the norms of like the gem homeworld are. Obviously these strict roles for types of gems kind of might have been more the norm there, but it's so weird for me that could be a possibility that Rose would have gotten a servant gem, but it makes sense with how she treated her relationship with Rose. But yeah, it's also cool getting, because all of our gems, I've been thinking the whole show that the gems are so like alien or whatever, but it's weird to me to realize they're probably alienated from their home planet as well for being on Earth this long. And and of course the thing that comes with, as in our dynamics in the human world or whatever here on Earth, real Earth, not alternate Steven Universe Earth, is like a thing of new generations when they go away from their their home country or stuff like that. A constant theme of that of people that move to different countries and go in different spaces is moving away from tradition, moving away from the strict guidelines for how you're supposed to act in the society or country you come from. So yeah, this is a good representation of that. They are like kind of the the first generation gems of a new planet, basically. Like, they're doing their own thing in ways, which gives me a lot more respect for them. Yeah. Not me. I mean, I don't know. Pearl really pissed me off in this last group of episodes, but this is also making her actions more reasonable or understandable, and her wanting to fuse with Garnet. Like, I can't wait to find out what the expectations for what she called Garnet. What did she call her? War Machine gem or something like that. So I'm guessing Garnet is more the muscle is what I'm getting, and I'm guessing she probably will theorize that Amethyst, or say that Amethyst is supposed to be like the lazy one and stuff like that. This is so interesting to me, and it's making me appreciate Peridot's character more, because we're finally getting more understanding of gem homeworld culture. All right, we're only 3 minutes into this episode. I gotta keep going. All right.
And I didn't fight a 1,000-year war for this planet's independence to take orders
1,000-year
from the
war?
likes of you.
Damn, Pearl, let her know.
I am a natural technician and a certified kindergartner.
I'm a certified kindergartner.
Take orders not to give them.
Whoa, hang on, guys.
Wow.
Now we can all agree that
And they
you
both have their
are
gem in their heads.
Can't you just
And they
try
both start with
listening to
P's.
each other?
No! I'm
Parallels.
as good at building things as you. Better, even.
Damn.
Name one thing you could engineer better. Go on.
Robots.
Hmm?
You should build robots.
Yeah.
Giant robots.
I
see
would
a
like to see
race.
it.
A giant robo race. Prize.
Transformers!
one of these robots
So
will
we're
be easy.
building a giant
I can
mech?
build one faster. That's what you think.
Okay. Hey, I'm saying, don't talk shit about Pearl. I love that Pearl is holding her own.
No, we're building.
She's kind of having to prove that why she's so special and not just a pretty thing to look at. Okay. That was quick.
Giant robot!
With long legs. Whoa. Now we got a thick robot. Ooh, it's
Hey.
short.
Mine's taller. I win.
Ladies and
Those are the rules on Earth. If you're taller, you win.
the first annual Robo-Olympics! Popcorn! This competition, whoever wins will get to be in charge of building the cluster drill machine thing.
Nice.
Let the games
Or
begin!
we realize if we meld the two together, we get the best of both worlds, and that they should work together. Damn, you can't break dance, girl. Another good thing to point out there, how good the animation is. Their silhouettes are so dynamic that they kind of, you can just see their silhouettes and know the character. Like, what are y'all trying to do? Oh, dance, obviously. Pearl is better there. Jumping. Nice. Yours has shorter. Oh, yep. Okay. Sam! But how is jumping gonna help you drill? Oh, wait, this is just to see if they're what they built is. Are they racing? Ouch. Yeah, the tree won that one. Jumping jacks. Tug of war. Rock, paper, scissors. You're always gonna lose with the clamp. That can only be scissors. Or rock. Garnet, you didn't feel like eating? Oh, they're painting amethyst? None of them are as good as Vidalia's. Subjective.
All
Oh,
right,
yes,
guys,
art is
this
subjective.
the final event. You got
I love
the
this. Oh my god, this is all moving so fast. I want to do a ton of pauses, but I already paused enough
Ready.
earlier in this episode. Yoip. Yeet! Maybe someone should have been over there to
You
see
both
which
get a
landed.
point on that one.
Yeah. Let's hope that didn't land on anyone, guys.
Our final score is a tie.
Tie.
Well, that settles it. You both get to lead the project together.
Yes.
This isn't over.
I would have thought that would have
Man, we have a tie
taught them some team building.
Let's just give it a rest. That's it. We tied.
Yep.
We're the same.
Pearl is definitely more mature here.
No! You're a pearl. You are beneath me.
Stop being racist, Peridot.
Today will ever change that.
Well, have you ever seen a pearl do this?
Oh yeah, giant robot fight. Let's go.
Stop! Giant robots shouldn't fight.
Yes, they should.
Fight, fight, fight.
Yeah, Pearl does not seem. She seems good for dodging and agility, but Peridot's.
Kick her in the butt. You're an accessory. Somebody's shiny toy.
Nope.
Get off acting like you're
She's her own gem. Garnet said, "Whoa."
the pearl.
She's literally tearing her apart like she's trying to tear at her ego.
I am a pearl.
Damn! Let's go, Pearl! Hell yeah! Show her your boss.
Saying may be true, but it
She's
doesn't
powerful on her own.
I'm still gonna kick your butt.
Yep. She's stronger than you. Damn, your cheek is still fucked up though. Oh, not the Hulk slam. Oh, her eyes. My stars indeed.
Victory is mine. Now I'm the
Damn,
one judge.
her cheek is still fucked up. She's got like a welt.
Okay.
I'm all right.
Yeah, you won, but you're all alone. You don't have people that love you, Peridot. You gotta work as a team to get that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, why aren't you listening to me? I won. I'm the natural leader here. She's just a common pearl.
This episode is so dense, y'all.
Pearls are really like you say they are, then Pearl isn't common at all. She trained herself to fight. She learned how to build things. And she works hard every day to be greater than she already is. That's not common. That's amazing.
Yeah. We are more than the sum of our parts. We are more than where we came from.
You come wrestling with me.
We are our own gems.
But I won. What about the rules?
Welcome to Earth.
She has that conqueror mindset. She's literally yeah, homeworld gems definitely are
I
just
have to admit,
more harsh.
remarkable that a pearl such as yourself could become such a knowledgeable technician.
You're holding it upside down.
Yes, of course. You know, those round appendages on your machine could be useful for something.
The
Called
wheels.
Wheels.
Looks like we're well on our way to stopping the cluster. You think you can stop me? Oh, we're doomed!
Oh, Steven. A new outro theme. Oh, because we're not at the house right now. We're working on the machine. So is this where we're gonna be for the rest of the season? Oh my goodness, this is a big deal then. Wow. So this, I keep saying this might have been my favorite season thus far and stuff like that, but this one really might have been, because this was a beautiful way for us to see more about our characters' motivations, and just for another great instance of them depicting real, you know, human interactions and motivation for real people's actions. So much to go through. So here we go. All right. So, as I said earlier, I see a lot of, you know, this stuff of, I see the homeworld gems as like a conquering, more, imperialistic race is what I get from them, from what they've been depicted in the show. And Peridot, having been brought up in that race, is shown to be very inept in her understanding of Earth and the dynamics of Earth. Earth, what I see, I mean, the gems are literally rocks. So what I see Earth and like the fleshy humans here, they've made the gems that have come to live here, our gems, more soft over time by being here. But they've also, by being soft and being softened up by being around humans, it's given them space to be able to change and grow and be more unique and more human by themselves when they're not under the influence of the homeworld gems. Basically, and we've seen that no one else more than Pearl. Basically, we saw a little bit in Amethyst in her poofing episode, Reformed, where she was kind of learning how to be her own person and not just try to appease those around her. But now, this episode purely made me have way more space in my heart for Pearl and just really love and understand her. They've had to overcome a lot. Number one, I in my mind, I keep thinking of them as humans, when in fact they're not. They're an alien race that came to Earth. And Pearl, so much of her actions this season makes sense. And her, especially now with them saying, yeah, that she's a slave race, basically. Pearls are a servant race, made to look pretty. Like, again, I like them not making it just a one-to-one to exact racial groups and stuff like that we've seen on Earth, because that could go left really easily with, you know, which we've seen in like movies like Zootopia and stuff like that. Like, having it be a more vague analogy gives a lot more space for it to mean multiple things, or be related to multiple things that we have here on Earth in our current, you know, societies and stuff like that. But yeah, Pearl, you know, her motivation behind what we saw in her basically teaching Connie to be a servant to Steven in that sword fighting episode, and then her being wanting to fuse with Garnet and feel that strength again. That literally knowing that Peridot thinks of Garnet as like the huge, strong, warmongering type, and what Pearl thinks, and what she thinks that Pearl is being the weak, pretty-looking one. Like, it gives real motivation behind these stereotypes. But because they are actually like what they're made for, made to order gems. Like, that's crazy to me. What is this, robots? Like, you make a certain type of being to be able to be used. Like, that is very yikesy for me, that someone would order a specific type of just arm candy. But it makes sense now that I go and look back at what the little bit we've seen of Pearl. Oh my goodness, poor baby Pearl, man. Of how she literally dotes over Rose and feels, you know, insignificant when she goes for Greg and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's grown a lot from, I don't even, know her beginnings on the home world or whatever. Amethyst is the only one that was born here on Earth, but poor Pearl, like, I feel a lot more understanding for her actions, and yeah, a lot more, I see the growth in her. Like, instead of seeing her like as just been like a sleeper bad person, I see her as someone that's ooh, what the fuck? Oh shoot, my camera is about to die. Luckily I noticed that. Didn't have that shit plugged in. Boom, baby, we're plugged back in. We're back in the Matrix. I kid. What the fuck? Yeah, so that's a lot. I'm just scrubbing through again. So we got those depictions of like stereotypes and stuff like that. And yeah, of course, the big my favorite thing about metaphors or analogies and stuff like that is like that what they are. I don't even have to explain it. I like metaphors and analogies because they're able to just, especially in this show a heightened version of what they're trying to communicate. And the first thing I think I was talking about last episode in my discussion of the last episode is like, I see again, good writing from the show. I see Pearl and Peridot as the first people fighting for the same space, in the group or whatever. Like, Peridot does not seem like she's that much closer to Amethyst or Garnet in her personality, but Pearl, they seem like they're pretty close in terms of who they are. So of course the next episode being a depiction of them showing their strength and why they're separate, showing the separation between the two characters, the differences in the form of giant mechs of them, or literally just a metaphor for a heightened version of their strengths or whatever, and what makes them different from each other. It's great writing. It's a perfect metaphor. These giant robots we see this whole sequence of a ton of different instances of what they're good at and what their where their benefits are. It's literally just a big version of them. It's a mech of them. We see, yeah, just in the designs of them, such great stuff. We see the elegance of Pearl and stuff like that. We see the Peridot's short and squat and very conniving. I don't know, even with the clampers or whatever, it just seems very, I don't want to call Peridot grimy, but she has the less refined nature of like what I would guess are like the homeworld views. Yeah, I mean, she's basically being racist to the whole She's basically being racist to her the whole episode. So like, it is showing she just has more of that homeworld sense of sensibilities and stuff like that. Like, my mother is a first generation immigrant from Jamaica. I am the second generation, I believe. I'm a child of a first generation immigrant. So I've had some of the, that experience of like having a parent or somebody in my life that comes from a different upbringing. Whereas, it's been said to me by, family members and stuff like that from Jamaica that we're more soft here in America, or in, which is, it can be up in there and stuff like that. But yeah, seeing just that difference in like somebody that was born from the home world, and is, much more harsh and has that more indoctrinated mindset like Peridot versus Pearl, who also was born from the home world, but has grown and adapted. Obviously, they had a different amount of time here on Earth, obviously. But yeah, it's a great depiction. Helps me really understand and respect Pearl's actions more. Anyways, anything else we got here? Yeah, this was really just Peridot and Pearl's episode. It's funny to me how short Peridot now is too. And again, I like that their silhouettes. I've heard that said in animation. That should be a defining thing of your animated character. If I show you SpongeBob, if I show you Mr. Incredible, or silhouettes of these characters, they immediately show in your mind. Not only it evokes who they are, it evokes their personalities just by looking at them. And Pearl's dainty, kind of wispy, I don't know, silhouette versus Peridot's short and squat and her big head. Literally, it's like she has a big head. She thinks very highly of herself, and it's almost like she has like a huge crown on her head too, like just this adornment that shows she's like a Lord Farquaad type almost, but not as much as somewhat of a dick. She's a huge dick. But yeah, bringing this new character in has really helped me gain a lot more respect for Pearl and have more understanding of her actions. And yeah, Steven is just being a good supportive little guy here, I knew we were gonna end up with both of them working on it, but it's just nice to see them working through the process of us all being on the same team, being a group, being the crystal gems. And now we're gonna build a cool, nice robot to go down, drill down into Earth. But how? I guess in the next episode we're gonna formulate how we're gonna disable this big cluster, the Claude, as you would, or as Peridot would. No, I wish I got a little bit more dopamine from realizing I was right, but like, hey, I'm still pretty happy. Like, let me theorize some more then, since I was right already. How are we gonna disable the cluster? Let's use my big brain. With love and an emotional speech. No. It's been very clear that these zombie gems basically are unable to be reasoned with, almost, you know, these experiments. The cluster one maybe will have a little bit more sentience since it's a lot of them mixed together, but I mean, the show has shown the biggest strength of the Earth people, or the Earth gems, is that they're more emotional and more adept at solving problems, not through violence and being, you know, aggressive with stuff or whatever. That's Steven's biggest strength, is his ability to communicate and emotional intelligence. So I mean, I think that's the most reasonable one, but I guess in a more practical terms, like, maybe they create a device that is able to, I mean, I can't go literal, like it has to be, our biggest issue here is a big force fusion. So the way to solve it and disable it would be a big consensual fusion. That's what works for me in my mind. Like, it's just story writing 101. You're using the antithesis of something to kind of communicate the strengths of something. And I don't think they would be world size. Again, once it becomes world destroying size, it'd be too late anyway, because it would destroy the Earth. So maybe we won't even see that. But yeah, it's just seeing foils. We talked about this in an earlier episode, seeing with about Lars and Ronaldo, like just seeing the inverse of the same characters, like the yin and yang type deal or whatever, would probably be what addresses it. Or again, we still have Malachite sitting down there, so we'll see how that factors in. It's convenient that my theory on how we'll solve this would be a huge fusion. It's not like I've been begging for that since like the beginning of these reactions, but whatever. You know me. I love me some fusions. But consensual ones. Yeah. All right, this was fun. Doing it in little 2-episode groups. I don't know, something feels more fresh about it. I'm able to dig way more deeper, I feel like, into the episodes than when I'm doing like 3 or 4. I don't know if we're ever gonna do 4 again, y'all. Those were hard to edit. But anyways, y'all, if you have enjoyed this episode, watching this group of episodes with me, or this pair of episodes, let me know your comments down below. Let me know if you like this format or just the group of 2 episodes. Yeah, let me know about that. Also, Fiona and Cake is coming out now, y'all. So we have a new series being introduced, and I'm not sure yet, as of the time of filming this, if it might have to sub out in terms of space for a Steven reaction a week or not, because I have Steven going right now, 2 Stevens and 1 Game of Thrones per week right now. I try to fit in like an extra, maybe like a movie or a Black Mirror episode, but it's been hard to just shoot these out. I still try to make sure I'm editing them somewhat nicely. Like, I want it to be something that's valuable to watch. I want these reactions to be transformative in some way, and not just me sitting down and shooting out these every week. So if it comes down to it, I'll let you guys know if I have to sub out, go back down to 1 Steven per week, just as Fiona and Cake is coming out. But hey, you'll still be getting the same amount of content. It's just going to be a new show. But hey, it's a new show, so it's something we could both enjoy together. You know, you guys are all ahead of me when it comes to Steven Universe. So with Fiona and Cake now, we're all on the same page, and it'll be interesting to finally have a show that's new that I'm reacting to. This is the first, I guess. Yeah. The Patreon, of course, is down in the description now. Please, you know, if you feel so obliged, join us on the Patreon, and just let me know what show you think would be nice to do an exclusive of just for Patreon, you know, just in a watch along format, because I feel like I'll definitely be able to do that if it's able to just be put in watch along format, so I don't have to, you know, do that weekly on the Patreon, so I don't have to, you know, do all the intricate time consuming editing that goes into the YouTube main channel stuff. But yeah, other than that, y'all, I enjoyed watching this episode with you, and don't forget, I love you. Adios, folks. What's next? Mr. Universe who?